In the desolate landscape of Utah, where the wind whispers secrets across the barren plains, some places blur the line between our world and the next, existing in a perpetual twilight. They stand as silent sentinels, guarding mysteries that defy explanation. Tooele, Utah, a town steeped in history and whispered tales, is home to one such place, a location that has witnessed joy, despair, and everything in between. A building with 3 dark lives, each leaving an indelible mark on its very foundation. First, it was a hospital, a sanctuary for the sick and injured. Then it transitioned into a nursing home, a place of quiet reflection and fading memories. And finally, it became Asylum 49, a haunted attraction designed to thrill and terrify. It began as a hospital, a site of hope and tragedy, where life and death danced a delicate ballet within its walls. Countless souls passed through its doors, each leaving behind a fragment of their existence. Then became a nursing home, a haven for the elderly, echoing with loneliness and the quiet resignation of lives winding down. The weight of their stories settled into the very structure of the building. And finally, Asylum 49, a haunted house feeding on fear, amplifying the residual energies already present. But the real horror was never part of the show. It was something far more profound and unsettling. Decades of human experience have created a vortex of paranormal energy here, a swirling confluence of emotions and events. Each era left its own spiritual residue, a tapestry woven from joy, sorrow, and fear. The hospital's life and death struggles, the desperate fight to save lives, and the quiet acceptance of loss. The nursing home's sorrow, the fading memories, and the quiet loneliness of those nearing the end of their journey. And the haunted attraction's manufactured terror, the deliberate creation of fear for entertainment. This is not just another haunted building, it's something far more complex and disturbing. This place is alive with unseen forces, energies that permeate every corner of the building, shadow figures, fleeting glimpses of dark shapes lurking in the periphery, disembodied voices, whispers and murmurs that seem to come from nowhere, and the feeling of being watched are common occurrences, leaving visitors with a lingering sense of dread. We're here to document it all, to capture the evidence and unravel the mysteries that lie hidden within these walls, to seek answers to the questions that have haunted this place for so long. We're not just hunting ghosts, we're searching for understanding, we're listening to their stories, hoping to give voice to the voiceless and shed light on the darkness. This is our investigation of the Tooele Hospital, Nursing Home, and Asylum 49, a journey into the unknown and a quest to uncover the secrets of a place where the veil between worlds is thin. Before it became the infamous Asylum 49, this imposing building served a very different purpose. It was a county nursing home, a place intended to provide comfort and care, a sanctuary where the elderly could spend their final days in relative peace. But the promise of peace was often broken. Both staff and residents began reporting unsettling phenomena, most commonly phantom footsteps echoing through the empty halls, unexplained cold spots, and the unnerving sightings of shadowy figures lurking just at the edge of vision. Imagine walking down a long, dim hallway late at night. The only sound is the soft shuffle of your own feet, then you hear footsteps behind you, growing closer. You turn around, heart pounding, and find nothing but an empty, silent corridor stretching behind you. Cold spots would suddenly appear, chilling rooms even on the warmest of summer days. It was described as a dead cold, an unnatural chill that went straight to the bone, leaving you shivering uncontrollably. These weren't just ordinary drafts from poorly sealed windows, they were intense, localized chills, pockets of freezing air that seemed to defy explanation, classic signs, many believed, of a spirit drawing energy from its surroundings. Shadow people, fleeting glimpses of dark figures were frequently seen darting across doorways, or standing silently, motionless, in the darkest corners of rooms, just out of direct sight. Residents, often confused but always insistent, would point at empty chairs, insisting with a growing sense of unease that someone, or something, was constantly watching them. Nurses would often find patients engaged in conversations with unseen entities, whispering to the empty air. These were shared experiences, corroborated by multiple witnesses, not isolated hallucinations. Disembodied voices, whispers just at the edge of hearing, would call out names in the dead of night, and desperate cries for help, filled with anguish, would echo from completely empty rooms. These unsettling voices were sometimes inexplicably captured on tape recorders, providing chilling, undeniable evidence of the unseen forces at play within those walls. For those living here day in and day out, the pervasive sense of being watched, of never truly being alone, was inescapable, a constant source of anxiety and dread. The building's inherent sorrow, the weight of countless lives lived and lost within its walls, unknowingly set the stage for an even darker, more terrifying chapter in its history. Before it became the nursing home we know of today, this imposing structure was the Tool Hospital, a place of healing, a place of suffering, and ultimately a place where many souls breathed their last. It's more than just a building, it's the very foundation of the haunting that permeates every inch of this place. The concrete itself seems to whisper stories of the past. Hospitals, by their very nature, are epicenters of raw emotion. They are places where life begins and ends, where families gather in moments of intense joy and profound sorrow. Birth, death, the cycle of existence playing out within these walls, trauma and hope. The air is thick with the weight of countless experiences, each leaving its mark on the building. The energy here is overwhelming, a palpable presence that clings to you as you walk through these abandoned halls. It's built from countless intense experiences, a tapestry woven with threads of joy, grief, fear, and love. Emotional residue seeps into the walls, staining them with the echoes of the past, creating residual hauntings, like spectral recordings replaying moments of intense pain, fear, or sorrow over and over again. Reports from the hospital era are chilling, filled with accounts that defy explanation. Disembodied screams echoing through the empty corridors, apparitions of nurses in old uniforms, forever tending to patients who are no longer there, and the lingering smell of antiseptic in long unused rooms, a phantom scent that clings to the air. Some spirits seem caught in time, reliving their duties, their traumas, or their final moments on this earth. Others are intelligent, aware of the present, and seemingly capable of interacting with the living, slamming doors with unseen hands and whispering in ears with voices just beyond comprehension. The sheer number of deaths within these walls has created a veritable community of lost souls trapped between worlds. Some confused and disoriented, others filled with anger, resentment, or lingering sadness. Our job is to make contact with these entities, to understand why they remain tethered to this place, and to offer them some measure of peace. Every room within this hospital holds a story waiting to be told, a secret yearning to be revealed. Operating rooms where life or death decisions were made, emergency wards where the injured and dying were rushed for treatment, maternity wards where new life entered the world, all imprinted with the indelible mark of human drama, etched into the very fabric of this building. The energy here feels heavier, more concentrated, and more oppressive than any other hospital we've ever investigated. The isolation of this place has trapped the energy, preventing it from dissipating and allowing it to fester and grow stronger over time. The hospital's long and often tragic history is the bedrock of this haunting, the foundation upon which all the paranormal activity is built. The screams you hear today, the whispers in the dark, may very well be echoes from 50 years ago, reverberating through the corridors of time. Deep within the old hospital lies the death room, a place of intense suffering and loss. Local lore says this was where patients beyond saving were taken to die. The concentration of grief here has created a powerful paranormal vortex. Visitors report a heavy, suffocating sadness, often breaking down in tears for no reason. This is empathic transference, spirits projecting their sorrow onto the living. Physical activity is extreme, people are pushed, scratched, and touched by icy hands. Disembodied voices and clear EVPs are common, desperate spirits making themselves known. Many souls here are believed to be stuck, reliving their final moments. The death room is our primary target, a direct portal to the building's darkest energy. To uncover the truth, we must confront the darkness within these walls. After the nursing home closed, the building became Asylum 49, a haunted attraction. The owners knew it was haunted, but didn't expect how the manufactured fear would interact with real paranormal activity. Thousands of terrified guests fueled the spirits, making them stronger and more active. Actors became victims, experiencing physical contact and seeing apparitions not part of the show. Guests reported being touched and grabbed, or seeing figures vanish into thin air. Security cameras caught props moving and doors slamming after hours. The spirits seemed to enjoy the chaos, sometimes even participating in the scares. But the energy also awakened more aggressive entities, increasing reports of physical contact and malevolence. The haunted attraction didn't create the haunting, it amplified it. Asylum 49 became a perfect storm for paranormal activity. The actors of Asylum 49 experienced the haunting most intimately. Alone in dark corridors, they felt unseen hands touch, pull, or grab them, undeniable physical interactions. Many refused to be alone in certain areas. Apparitions were common: a little girl in white, a tall shadow man, both seen by multiple actors. Spirits seemed to observe and sometimes mimic the actors joining the horror show. Props moved on their own wheelchairs, rolled down empty halls. Doors opened and closed as if by an unseen cast member. The psychological toll was immense. Some actors quit, others developed a deep respect for the building's spirits. The real fear came from unpredictable, genuine paranormal events. Their experiences are a crucial piece of this haunted puzzle. After Asylum 49 closed, the building fell silent, but the spirits remained. Without the chaos of the attraction, paranormal activity became more focused and direct. Our team conducted overnight lockdowns, stripping away theatrics to reveal the raw history beneath. From the moment we entered, we felt a heavy, oppressive energy. Disembodied whispers, shuffling feet, and distant moans echoed through the halls. We focused on hotspots: the death room, nurses' station, and dark corridors. Using spirit boxes, we received intelligent, contextually relevant responses. The evidence was undeniable residual consciousness of those who lived and died here. One recorder captured the sounds of a hospital in operation: squeaking shoes, clanging trays, murmured voices. The building was showing us its memories, trapped in a timeless loop. The echoes of the past are still very much alive. After the haunted attraction closed, the haunting shifted, becoming more profound and disturbing. Investigators reported a surge in activity, as if the spirits now focused all their energy on the few who entered. The veil between worlds felt thinner than ever. EVPs became clearer and more frequent, voices pleading for help, stating names or issuing warnings. Words like pain, doctor, and leave echoed through the building. The feeling of being watched intensified, especially by a tall, dark presence in the lower levels. This shadow figure became more permanent and menacing. Residual hauntings grew more pronounced: phantom wheelchairs, disembodied coughs, and cold spots. The building shed its haunted house skin, revealing deep historical sorrow. The surge proved the haunting was always real, never just manufactured fear. Tool is more than a haunted building, it's a living case study in how a paranormal hotspot forms. The hospital's pain, the nursing home's sorrow, and the haunted house's fear layered together to create something powerful. Each era added new spirits and emotional energy, compounding the haunting. Asylum 49 didn't create the ghosts, it amplified them, blurring the line between real and fake. This trifecta makes Tool a paranormal anomaly, with residual, intelligent, and poltergeist activity under one roof. To understand Tool is to understand how history stains a place forever. The pain of the past was never allowed to fade, only layered and amplified. It remains one of the most compelling and active locations we've ever investigated.